to Orwell, to Rushdie. But now our conduct must be to repel the onslaught on bubble, to sow where scorn cannot reap. Are we bubbles left queer as a clockwork orange, slothed off colonial lineage, a stitch in time holding on with empire wounds? Are we the musical of Frankenstein? All I can say, our national tree have limbs bountiful, willy-nilly brewing fetus through our wide moors, reared tall in coulee or bubble. Does English breed? By our windfall. Okay, I'm going to stop there. And that poem, loads of people speak in different kind of metrical forms, and it goes on for about 60 pages in that kind of slightly crazy style. So any comments or questions, welcome, or I'll stop there anyway. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daljeet. We really enjoyed your poem. Why? Because probably because of the same ancestor.
Some degree, but be uncompromising. So in a way, I think the poem is sort of facing the Western audience, but the director and camera operator constantly question Western listener. What will the Western listener understand? How the poem is compromised directly.
So as I've been sharing with you, only closing remarks are being given in the other session, and the conference chair, Professor Dr. Amra Raza, will join us in a couple of minutes. I'm very hopeful for this brief closing session. I think finally we'll get a chance to share our thoughts about this conference. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm Shahzeb Khan, and I was the conference coordinator. And shortly, Dr. Amra Raza will join us, who was the conference chair, along with Dr. Amna Umar, who was the conference secretary. And I can see that many of our colleagues and members of the advisory board are here with us. Especially, I would like to mention Professor Dr. Mehboob Hussain. I can see him. And also Professor Dr. Samina Naseem. I've heard so much about her, but so far I haven't been able to meet her in person. Shortly, I hope we'll be heading to the old campus and probably will be meeting them. I think Professor Dr. Samina is working at the old campus. Am I right?
I'm working in College of
College of
Yes.
Arts. College of Arts and Design.
Sorry, Shazib. In fact, I'm Sumaira Jawad, Principal, College of Art and Design.
अच्छा वो मैं इनको
And
देखा
okay,
था.
and
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
the and I am one of the advisory
हाँ.
board, pure advisory board.
Professor Dr. Sumaira
Sumaira, yes.
Jawad, how can I not know you and the fact
Yes.
that you are the advisory on the advisory committee, and we were privileged to have you over for our TEDx Punjab
TEDx,
University
yes.
2018 as well, where you gave your keynote.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. I know that Dr. Samina is not on the advisory panel, but I just saw her. Professor Dr. Ambreen Javed is
Thank
there
you.
as well. So thank you very much, Professor, for joining us. She is the Director of Center for South Asian Studies, also a Dean on the advisory board. Although I'm not the moderator of this session, but I'm just, what's that word? This is our stopgap arrangement as we wait for Professor Amna Raza to join, as his bids are due to Professor Daljeet in the other session. She'll be here in a few moments. And this is, by the way, is a brief session in which we'll just share our thoughts. And we have other guests from University of Karachi, Dr. Faisal there. Many of participants who chaired few sessions, they are also here. Professor Dr. Bilal Samboor is here. So he has been very kind and he was with us in almost all the sessions. So thank you very much, Professor Bilal. Dr. Rabi Amir from National University of Modern Languages is there as well. Some of our students are there. Reem Orakzai is there from CNED. So thank you very much. And Dr. Amir is there now, and Rida. So if you are there, you can take over and carry the closing session forward.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to the closing ceremony of this international conference, Emerging Trends in the Arts and Humanities, hosted by Dean of Faculty of Arts and Humanities. First of all, I would like to invite Dr. Amna Chima to give the review of the to give her a review of overview of the conference. Over to you, Dr. Chima.
Dr. Amna, you are on mute. You will have to
Okay.
open again.
Sorry for that. I think that's the overwhelming response we had from the conference. Okay. So finally we are.
Just a second. Professor Dr. Sumaira Jawad, can you please turn your mic to mute? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. So finally, we are at the close of our first virtual international conference on emerging trends in the arts and humanities. As conference secretary, I thank you all for your participation, your enthusiasm, your creativity, and thought-provoking insights. We had such an overwhelming response. There were around 250 abstracts, and we could only select 89 due to our spatial and temporal limitations. But this conference has certainly helped us to strengthen our collaborative ties and break down barriers despite the pandemic. We hope to engage you in future as well. Thank you once again for your interest in our event. And lastly, I would like to thank our conference chair for her motivation and support in making this event a success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Chima. Now I would like to invite Dr. Shahzeb Khan, who is the conference coordinator and assistant professor at Institute of English Studies, to take over the mic and tell us about the significance of the interdisciplinary engagement. Dr. Shahzeb.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and indeed it's a very humbling experience to talk in front of this August gathering where many of my seniors, senior professors, deans are present. It is indeed an honor for me. Especially it is very encouraging for me that my former teacher, my PhD study supervisor, Professor Dr. Amra Raza, gave me this opportunity to work as the conference coordinator. So I just have a few ideas which I would like to share. Also, because Punjab University has now become a very encouraging and promising workplace where juniors like me are allowed to share their ideas in front of seniors. So our worthy Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, our senior deans, our professors, they are always encouraging and they always lend an ear to us. So I will utilize a few minutes and I would share a few thoughts about interdisciplinary coordination. Now, first of all, the question that comes to our mind is that why should there be an interdisciplinary coordination? I think, first of all, it should happen. We might usually in our universities, there are two approaches that are being followed. One is that we simply look towards the West. When we have to come up with new vision for our department, some of us, we simply look towards the West. What is it that they are doing? And then we try to emulate them, we try to copy them. That, of course, has caused a problem in the last 7 decades of our disciplinary or our university history, because then we get disconnected from the society in which we live, from the problems of our society. The other approach is that we look to our society, we identify the problems, we prioritize those problems, and then we do our academic practice as a sort of problem solution. So I think that there is a dire need of that. And as a coordinator for this conference, I was able to witness that in the panels that were presented. As I assisted the conference chair and secretary in making these panels, we realized that there were a lot of similar concerns in the conference. And I think that all those concerns came from this idea to offer solutions to various problems which exist in our society. So I think that probably this has to be prioritized, and there might be a greater degree of collaboration between social science and art and humanities disciplines. For instance, we were able to see that there were many papers which focused on decoloniality and decolonization, and there were presenters from different disciplines who were able to focus on this particular issue from different perspectives. So I think I will use this opportunity, especially because we have many senior academics here in the panel. For instance, Professor Dr. Amreen, Professor Dr. Mehboob Hussain, Professor Dr. Sumaira Jawad, who are part of the national committees on education. They are part of various think tanks at the national level. So I would like to propose that there ought to be an Arts and Humanities Council of Pakistan. At the end of this conference, I would like to propose it. If we cannot have both these disciplinary strains within the same council, at least we should have a separate National Arts Council, which should be a consultative forum to identify problems which prevail in our country, in our national locale, and at the same time, and then propose some solutions or probably suggest themes on which artists and scholars affiliated with art disciplines can work in a year, and then they may propose their solutions. Similarly, I think that we do not have any National Humanities Council. I've been mentioning it, highlighting the importance of such a council where historians, professors, and others can meet and discuss and consult on matters of national importance, issue a list of priorities, and probably then scholars can work on those areas. I think that this is one reason, as I move towards my conclusion, I think that this is one way of harnessing the potential of research in humanities and arts disciplines, along with, of course, the social science disciplines. For that, of course, we need organizing, because once that is done, once we have National Humanities Council or National Council for Research in the Arts disciplines, I think then after that, we need a bit of organizing, we need a bit of lobbying, and once we are able to put out our ideas to policymakers, then of course we can do a bit of lobbying and a bit of convincing, and that is what the universities are for. So I think that keeping this context in mind, I would very humbly suggest that at Punjab University, we should propose the creation of National Humanities Council and or probably Arts and Humanities Council, where this interdisciplinary research activity should be spurred, and because of that, all of us can probably collectively work towards finding solutions to our national human problems. So with this, I end my brief talk. Thank you very much once again, and I hope that with the help of this conference and this interaction, there will be greater degree of scholarly dialogue. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shahzeb, for your enlightening talk. You never fail us to rethink with your amazing talks and your sessions. Thank you so much. Now I would like to invite Dr. Amra Raza, who is the Dean of Faculty of Arts and Humanities, to give us a farewell note for the conference. Over to you, Dr. Amra Raza.
Thank you very much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Closings are endings, but endings are actually also new beginnings. So it's almost like so many ideas have germinated in this conference, and now we're going to let them fly on the wind to other parts of the globe. And I'm sure that they will generate a lot of discussions. I'd like to express my wholehearted gratitude to the Vice Chancellor of the Punjab University, Professor Dr. Niaz Ahmed Akhtar, and the Pro VC, Professor Dr. Salim Akhtar, for having confidence in my team, the advisory board, myself, for holding this conference and for acknowledging the importance of the arts and humanities. All the advisory board members, thank you so much for your support, your encouragement, your constant presence, your belief that we could do this together. And these valued members, most of you are here. Professor Dr. Mehboob Hussain, you have always been there. Thank you so much. Professor Dr. Ambreen Javed, very encouraging. Professor Dr. Sumaira Jawad, always by my side. Dr. Muhammad Hamid, thank you so much for your photographic coverage and, of course, for the wonderful sessions in archaeology. Dr. Shumaila Dodi, thank you very much. Dr. Zafar Iqbal Bhatt, highlighting the importance of sports and physical education, and Dr. Saleh Nazir also highlighting the significance of French. All the deans and the keynote speakers, I am really indebted to them for being with us, for supporting us, for taking out time to be with us. Colleagues, attendees, presenters. I am particularly also grateful to the people behind the scenes, and they are our students. Shazeb, Dr. Shazeb Khan, the conference coordinator, Dr. Amna Omar, the conference secretary, and Ms. Zoya Jamil. They have been at my side from the beginning of the planning, and they have kept us all together in terms of the IT problems, the students, allocations, the panel sessions, and everything. The students, I would like to mention your names because you have been there behind the scenes. You've been very, very efficient. I'm so proud of all of you. The way that you have conducted the sessions, the way that you've constantly been there as the backbone of all the panel sessions. Fatma Saeed, Kuratulain Fatma, Saba Nazir, Rehmat, Sadia Salim, Mahnoor, Azka Zia, Samavia, Amna Talat, Naila Iqbal, Zafra, Rida Akhtar, Zara Ijaz, Sabah Khalik. Have I missed any, Shahzeb? Anyone whose name I've missed?
Aisha Munir was with us, Uzair also.
Thank you, Aisha Munir.
Uzair's grandmother died day before yesterday, so he couldn't join us at the end.
They were with us in spirit. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank Asrar Chishti, who's an associate professor in the College of Art and Design. He's been helping us with all our flyers and everything. You know, for me as a conference chair, other than planning and organizing, these 2 days have been almost like a time traveler. I had the privilege of flitting in and out of the panels, stopping for a while, enjoying the spaces. There was so much creativity. I really felt very, very privileged to be able to hover over all the sessions and savor all the wonderful ideas being generated and coming together. I'd like to quote here Michael McClintock. He says, "Closing my book, I note how the clock has moved, remotelessly away from the time the day was whole and I was immortal. And now it's time to go back to the mundane reality of everyday work." Thank you all for providing this wonderful opportunity to sidestep the mundane and immerse ourselves in such creativity and research. Thank you all for being such a wonderful audience, and I hope we can do this again soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Raza, for your farewell note. Now I would like to end the session. Should I, Dr. Shazeb?
Yes, I think there's just one announcement. We plan to create a page of Dean of Arts and Humanities on YouTube, a YouTube channel, where we will be uploading all the talks. All of you would be able to watch them online or download them. So we'll be doing that hopefully within a couple of days, and we'll keep you posted through your email addresses. If you need to know anything further, I'll be available. You can contact me via email or you can send me a text message. Thank you very much.
And Dr. Shazeb, you also need to just tell everyone about the certificate.
Yeah, we will also be preparing your certificates, those of you who have presented, those of you who have chaired your sessions, and those of you who have presented. So we'll have certificates for presenters, for attendees, and also for chairs. In case of any questions, you can contact your panel coordinators because they would be they would continue to work with us for another few days.
And we also have certificates for the organizing committee, all the students whose names I've taken. And there's one little person also whom I'd like to acknowledge, a 5-year-old. His name is Saim Fahad, and he has made these little
these little flags. So I would like to acknowledge him here, and very enthusiastic participant. So I have to take his name. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and goodbye to everybody.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.